What's up, guys? Ooh, fix the angle just a little bit. We good? We good? Not yet, not yet. How's it going, my dudes? What is up? Jumping into today's video, we are talking about how much it costs to travel the Philippines. This is a question that I have been getting oh so much, and I actually have a pretty straightforward answer for you guys. So here it is. So today's story starts off with my trusty iPhone. I literally went into my iPhone, I went into my banking app, then I scrolled down to the time period of March 24th to April 24th, the day I landed in the Philippines, and the day I left. After I found that, I took all of the transactions from my debit card and my credit card and I added them together. The final price is literally every single penny I spent in the Philippines. It's dead on exact because that's all that left my bank account. So, all in all, with everything said and done, all costs accounted for, it's pretty mind-blowing. In Canadian dollars, I spent $1,301.81. For you Americans out there, or people who work in US dollars, that is $1,031 for 30 days. 30 days! And then splitting it up into a total daily, like a daily budget, $43.33 Canadian or $34.32 US. One small little caveat is that I did not include my flight into or out of the Philippines, so you're gonna have to account for that. But once you are there, you can literally live off of 1,000 US dollars for the month. Obviously though, I could have just typed that to you. This is a video and I'm gonna provide you guys some value that will hopefully help you hit that number. Because although I spent that, doesn't mean you're gonna spend that. So here are some ways that I was able to keep my costs low. Number one, the big one, and this is particularly for the Philippines, is transportation. Having the Philippines be made up of so many islands, it's like 7,000 something islands, means that it's going to be very difficult to hop from island to island and get around. And to see the Philippines, you're gonna have to do that. So naturally, to cross the ocean, you have two options, a boat or a plane. And if we're gonna count a submarine, I guess you could say 3. But unless you're part of the military, you're probably taking the first 2. And here's where we apply an economic principle of time and money. Over here we have our good friend time, and over here we have our good friend money. Now everything works on a scale, so if we drop this time way down, so the shortest amount of time possible, to balance it out, the money scale is gonna have to go up, i.e. a plane ride, very short, but pricey. Now if we bring this time scale up, the money scale is going to drop to balance that out. But it's going to take a lot longer, a lot more of your time, i.e. a boat ride. Honestly, while I'm traveling and I have this amount of time, I have full 30 days, I don't really care so much about the time, so I took a lot of boat rides. We just sat on the boat, it's an adventure with your friends, you're hanging out, you're having good times, you're playing games, you're looking at the scenery, you're exploring, rather than being shoved inside of an airplane and waiting in an airport for 2 hours. That's just my opinion, that's what I prefer. So transportation is probably going to be your biggest expense. I took a plane once and that was from one side of the country to the other, and if I had taken a boat it would have taken like 3 days, so not worth it. Number 2 is going to be accommodation. My friends and I, we basically stayed in hostels every single night. Actually, we did stay in hostels every single night, so we saved a lot of money there. It was probably 13 Canadian at the most. Usually it was never much more than that, so it's very affordable. And for you guys who like to travel a bit more luxurious than that, there are plenty of resorts for you. They're a very good value still, but more expensive than a hostel. Now, one of my favorite things to talk about when it comes to this subject is food. Now, as with most things, there's a pretty big scale we're talking about. You can eat for very cheap, but you can also eat for something that's quite a bit more. The nice thing is we're still talking about Southeast Asia, so the quite a bit more is still a very good value. The cheap stuff is always going to be local, so no matter where you are, the local food is going to be cheaper. Some of the foods you get to try that you may not have tried otherwise, you'll end up loving. The more expensive stuff over here is generally going to be foreign foods. Side note, the Philippines is quite westernized, so this rule applies more to places like Thailand or Vietnam, but it still applies. So those are 3 ways that you can save money from the 3 biggest categories that are gonna take out of your budget: food, dorm, and transportation. I'm just gonna fire off a couple more tips from different things that I feel will also benefit, but they don't really fit into their own category. A big thing is bartering. So whether it be for a taxi or a knick-knack on the side of the road, part of the culture is to barter, to offer back and forth. So they say one price, you say another, and you agree on a middle ground. Another thing you can do is book things ahead of time. So whether it be dorm or a flight or anything like that, if you give some notice, if you book like weeks ahead of time, your prices are almost always going to be cheaper than booking last minute. Another big tip I have is shopping around. Whether you're in the market looking for a motorcycle to rent or a tour to go on, I guarantee you the first person you ask is not going to have the best price. It's simple business. They're probably going to try and overcharge you because they want to get as much of your money as they can. So it never hurts to just ask what's up, say thank you for the offer, and keep looking, ask a couple other people, and hey, if no one has a better price, you can go back to them. After talking and sussing out the situation, you'll get a better idea of the actual price of something than just the overinflated version of someone else. I hope you guys learned something. I hope I was able to help you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you enjoyed this, tell me down below. And if you don't, tell me down below. And I guess a quick update before I go, I just want to let you guys know that in about, I guess, half a month, I'm actually traveling with my mom, my dad, and my sister. We're going to Costa Rica. It is going to be so much fun. I'm going to film the entire thing, obviously. I can't wait. I have some plans up my sleeve, up my t-shirt sleeve, that I can't wait to share with you guys. It's going to be so good. Anyways, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and I'll see you all in another one.